Hello everyone, one sec. Oh, that's better. Right, this week is going to be a bit different on videos. I'm recording this on Tuesday. Yesterday my Philip DeFranco video went live. Which has been demonetised for some reason, God knows. There's nothing in it that would make it be demonetised, which is confusing, but that's by the by. And when we're doing two call-out videos, if you will. One of them isn't necessarily, well, it is and it isn't. I'll explain that in that video. But this video, I'm probably going to be rehashing stuff you already know with evidence. A lot of videos that I've seen on this person are the videos where you have to read text, and to me I would rather somebody sit down and explain what the issues with this particular person is and present evidence. Obviously in some videos, like the Onision video, I couldn't have put footage in anyway, because if I had, he'd claim copyright. And also if I had have put videos in that, the video would have been over an hour long. It was long enough as it is. It was like 50 minutes long and my computer really didn't like me that day. One of the videos that I'm going to do, which is Lele Pons, will hopefully be a short video with some evidence, which I'll be sorting out later. And then I have a video to do on, one second, where is it? I've already written down this person. The other one might be a bit longer. But there's a few things I need to correct that he says that are a lot of bull. But that's a different video, which is V&G, otherwise known as Charles Marlowe, which I will explain in that video. But this will be going up before that one. So, unless you're not aware of these issues, then stay tuned. If you're already aware, then you'll probably get bored of this video. Hopefully it won't be too long either. Right. And like I say, I hope to put the evidence in. We better look, I'll be able to do that later. Lele Pons is a YouTuber who originates from Venezuela. And she started off as a viner, and as what happened with a lot of viners, they jumped up to YouTube. Some viners I don't have an issue with being on YouTube because they are quite decent and they're not one-trick ponies and things like that. But there's some that puzzle me, shall we say, and this person happens to be one of them. She posts on YouTube, she posts on Instagram and several other things. Now, she's been caught out in a few issues, which is weird considering she's supposed to have a squeaky clean reputation, but she doesn't. First point is she's a liar. Now, people say no, she's not. She went and had her first major haircut ever, apparently, as opposed to trims, and they cut off something like this much hair, and she said she was donating it to charity. The other problem is you can't donate bleached hair to charity, and she said that while they were prepping the hair for donation, which the hairdresser should have told her that they do not accept any hair that has had product in. For example, they won't take mine because it's been bleached at the ends. So, the hairdressers probably would have told her beforehand that you can't donate if it's been bleached or anything like that. But either nobody did to tell her, or they did and she completely ignored them. And then after she did the haircut, she had somebody stand next to her with her in the hand. And I'll pop the Filtered Franco part video in the extract with relating to this where it actually shows you.
Then let's talk about something that people shout in fake news. And that news is around massive creator Lele Pons. On Instagram, 18+ million. On YouTube, now at just about 5 million. Each video averaging 4 to 6 million. And she recently came under fire for posting this picture to Instagram with the caption, "Donated my hair. First time I ever cut my hair. What do you think?" Okay, so why were people angry? Hair donations, awesome. There are a bunch of fantastic places. I'll link to them down below that they'll make wigs out of human hair for like kids with cancer, women with cancer. Well, the reason people got angry and started shouting fake news is they zoomed in on the picture, and people pointed out that it looks like the hair they're claiming was just cut off of Lele is actually a bunch of extensions. One of the biggest posts pointing this out has been retweeted over 75,000 times. And asks, "Care to explain how you chopped off your hair and donated it, Lele? Last time I checked, you can't donate extensions." And from there, that story blew up, with others then chiming in saying Lele could not have donated her hair anyway. It turns out most donation organizations don't accept bleached hair, and more people jumped on saying Lele was just doing this for the fame, she's an egomaniac. And finally, Lele responded to all this outrage, tweeting, "1. To help clear any assumptions, I cut my hair with the intention of donating. Sadly, after trying, I learned charities who donate wigs don't accept color-treated hair. And 3. So I'm finding other ways to help those affected by hair loss because of cancer. This is still a priority for me." After this, reportedly, Lele declined requests for comment, but did provide a picture of what she said was her real hair. And so for me, I think the situation boils down to a question I feel like we have to ask more and more. Is it evil or is it stupid? Because that's kind of the two options we get. You either have someone that knowingly faked a hair donation because they wanted to change their haircut, but then got exposed, or you have someone that legitimately wanted to donate their hair but did zero research before getting their haircut. Also, you end up having to ask, did a friend cut it for her? Or did she go to a salon to get the haircut, but then the salon, for some reason, did not inform her that her hair would not be eligible? And at what point did Lele learn that her hair would not be eligible? Was it before or after she posted that picture with extensions? Because if it was before, you could argue, well, she was just so antsy to get the word out. They were getting her real hair ready, so they just used some extensions because, you know, it's the point that they're trying to get across. Or do they take and post this picture after they learned the truth, in which case it's just a grab for attention? And so what's the answer? Bad person? Stupid, well-intentioned person? I don't know. Telling the difference between the two feels harder than ever these days.
If you zoom in on the picture of the person that has hold of the hair, you can tell that there are extensions, I think the clip-ins. And it's like, it's just like, well, they were readying the hair and I just wanted to get the picture taken. And it's like, can you not wait an hour? You know what I mean? And it's also one of those things that if I was donating my hair to charity, I would research it beforehand, so I would know beforehand if I was able to donate my hair. Like I said, I can't because it's been bleached at the ends. But also, she says that she hasn't had any nose jobs or surgery. Now, if you've seen the childhood pictures of Lele Pons and the recent pictures of Lele Pons, now, I know puberty can do a lot to you. Puberty doesn't change the shape of your nose. Yeah, it can affect the shape of your jaw due to the fat pockets around your jaw, but not the shape of your nose. And there is, if I can find it, I will pop it in the video, where there's a side-by-side picture where it actually shows her nose sticking out quite a bit and there's a bump here. And then the other picture, it's a lot smaller and it's turned up a little bit like that. No. Like mine does there. Your nose doesn't change that much after puberty. It just doesn't. And it's like, instead of... This is one bugbear I have with quite a few people. Instead of admitting they've had a nose job, why not? Why do they have to lie about it? It's like, at the end of the day, if you've had a nose job, big deal. To me, that's not a big issue at all. To me, it's just like, whatever. It's like, who cares? At the end of the day, it's got nothing to do with anybody, whether or not you have had somebody change the shape of your nose. I mentioned this in the Sniper video. I don't care if you've had a nose job. Just be honest about it. Because at the end of the day, if you're saying to your impressionable subscribers that are in the early teens who are in the process of going through puberty. If you say to them, oh, I went from this to this during puberty, that's getting their hopes up, when puberty doesn't change you that much at all. And if anybody claims otherwise, I would love to see her nose in person, and I'll be able to tell you whether she's had surgery, because there are scars. But she'll always hide them with makeup, so you'll never see them. So, number 2, she's a bad friend. Now, this is sort of old news, but it's not, and it's technically a criminal act. What happened is her and a fellow YouTuber called Amanda Cerny were really, really good friends. They were best friends, and they'd spend time together. And some of Amanda's videos on YouTube and Instagram posts were being deleted. Now, at first she just thought it was either YouTube or Instagram deleting them for whatever reason and not telling her. And then she noticed a pattern. The videos and the posts were being deleted during incidents or during times where she would be with Lele. Now, she asked Lele about it. Lele denied it, until she finally admitted it. It's just weird because you're the only person, the same person I'm with every time. Meaning every time the videos were being taken down or the posts were being taken down, she would be with Lele. And it's always the same stuff. And you had my phone unposted on Snapchat when Instagram said the photo was deleted. Amanda Holly. No, it wasn't me. Like, seriously, man, that's so annoying. It's okay, Amanda. I think it was me. Amanda, stop it. What do you want me to do? Now, to me, you don't treat your friends like that. Ever. Because it's just not right. If any of my friends deleted any of my stuff, which they never would, I would be so pissed it'd be untrue. And I could understand why Amanda got mad. And the thing is, luckily all the stuff was recovered, I think. I'm not 100% sure though. But it is a criminal act. Now,
The thing we're going to talk about today, the most requested story of the day that people want my opinion on, and for just me to talk about. Internet stars Amanda Cerny and Lele Pons were in the news, and not just like online bullshit news, like they're getting into mainstream media news. And for a second I was like, no, I'm not going to talk about it, it's too much just drama. But there's a big business twist that makes me wonder how illegal some of this could have been. So if you don't know, Amanda Cerny, who's been a Playboy Playmate, she blew up on Vine, is now blowing up on YouTube. She and a lot of the Vine people came up together, they all supported each other, they rose together. Well, she made accusations against Lele Pons and posted text messages that seemed to confirm that Lele went into her account, deleted tons of Amanda's most popular videos, untagged her, privated her account so she couldn't get new followers, essentially sabotaging her. And if the text messages are real, it seems like Lele owns up to it at the end, saying, I'm so sorry about that, I feel horrible, I acted so immature and impulsively, I love you so much and I should have never done any of those stuff. Amanda then making a video elaborating on all these accusations about when she did it, how Lele denied it, then saying in person she admitted it. But there are also people out there accusing Amanda of trying to use a situation and exploit it for more views. And a big reason for that is, despite Amanda saying that she was bringing this to light because Lele was saying that Amanda had actually done this to her channel, all of these accusations came out this week, but when you look at the text messages where it seems like all of this was happening, it was July 25th. But Amanda stayed quiet on this the entire time until the past 2 weeks where she launched a new vlog channel. Some accusing her of using this situation as a way to jumpstart a channel. Now, on top of what some people are calling it, including Amanda Cerny in her own tags as a girl fight, the question a lot of people people are asking on top of this is that if this is 100% factual, it's everything that Amanda described, how illegal is this? I mean, instead of thinking about it as two girls where one girl went into the other girl's account, she privated stuff and she deleted stuff, imagine that they were replaced by Pepsi and Coca-Cola, and Pepsi gained access to Coca-Cola's accounts without permission, and they start deleting files that directly relate to Coca-Cola making money, so all of a sudden they're not making as much money. They're deleting files that lead to higher customer acquisition, so they're not getting new subscribers that would make them more money and get them more subscribers in the future. If that happened, 100% you know lawyers are getting involved in someone's paying. I mean, what if Kanye and Kid Cudi, in them arguing, Kid Cudi all of a sudden deleted a track Kanye West was working on? You know? YouTube's not child's play anymore. Hell, it's not even the Wild West anymore. There are serious consequences for people's actions. I feel like every day there is a new YouTuber suing another YouTuber, or a company suing a YouTuber, or a YouTuber suing a company. We're only gonna see more and more of it, which is a fantastic thing or a horrible thing, depending on which side of the fence you stand on. And I've talked to a lawyer who's been involved in, advised on a lot of YouTube lawsuits, entertainment lawsuits, and he explained that if Lele Pons did what Amanda Cerny is saying, that this is actionable not only civilly, but criminally. Amanda's saying that she had no idea that Lele knew her passcode, which is unauthorized access to a server, and then separately the actions of hurting and attacking someone's business. And on the opposite end, if Amanda Cerny is exaggerating things, she knew that Lele had access to her account, she gave her permission, the way that things were described, I mean, that could be a defamation case. And that's the thing that's gonna happen on YouTube more and more. It's gonna start off with people kind of just going at each other, arguing, you know, petty stuff between friends. But with how easy it is to do things off of a phone, off of a computer, there are crimes being committed that people don't realize that they're a crime.
But he goes into how it is a criminal act and how Amanda could actually press charges against Lele. Whether she has or not is another matter. I don't think she has. I think Amanda just wants it to be done with, which is fair enough. And it's very... Now, I know Amanda's only... Sorry, I know Lele's only 21. And this happened last year, so she'd have been in 2021. Now, even with regards to that, you still don't do that to people who are your friends. And you still don't act as immature as that. Because it's not fair on them, it's not fair on you, it's not fair on anybody. And to say that Lele was somewhere in the right in this is completely asinine. You don't delete people's stuff on social media. We already have this issue with the whole Seer and all that malarkey with his girlfriend deleting his other girlfriend's stuff, and I'm not even going to get into that because it's just a headache of a situation. But just because you feel like deleting somebody's stuff, you don't do it because it's not fair, it's not right, and it's illegal. It's like if I went onto my husband's Twitter and I started deleting stuff, I could get into trouble for that, which I wouldn't do anyway. He doesn't use Twitter that often to begin with, but at the end of the day, you don't treat your friends like that. You just don't. Enough. Right. Point number 3. She's not funny. Now, I'm not a teenager, but some of the stuff that she does is borderline childish. And she thinks it's funny and it's not. She claims to be a comedian, but she's not funny at all. The videos that she does are dull as all hell. I'm one of these people. When I watch a video, I want to escape. I want to be enveloped within a world that's not my own. Which is why I like the people I like Markiplier, because a lot of the stuff that he does is horror or thriller based, which is also a lot of stuff I do. Then you have other instances where you have people that are... I watch JK guys because they always make me laugh without fail, and you know, sometimes you do learn a little bit from them, but 9 times out of 10 I just watch it because they always end up having each other in stitches. I watch Phil because he actually tries to educate you at the same time as telling you what's going on and things like that. And there's a lot of things that people don't always think of. Now, granted, not everybody is going to like the same content. Not everybody's going to want to watch the same people that everybody else watches, and they're not going to want to watch the same. It's not for everybody, but a lot of the stuff that she does is very childish, is very it's very insulative. In other words, she is trying to cater to a certain crowd, which is the teens, as well as the younger teens, which is where she has to have a squeaky clean reputation, which she doesn't. But the only problem is a lot of the people like my age, or even in the 20s, are just going to think, oh, whatever, because at the end of the day, when she does videos, when she does anything, she's pretty much acting like she's a kid in front of a camera. Now, yeah, there's sometimes I watch videos like Team Edge videos or just Kiddie Party videos where they act like kids, but not to the extent that she does. And it's like one of her videos, she saying how she'd react if she saw something she liked, and she runs past them and pushes them in the water. It's like, you do that when you're like 5, not when you're 20. You know, and it's like you just think, what? And her behaviour is, why does she have to target her audience to be that young when she could do other videos that are not as brain numbing, shall we say. I tried my best to watch one of her videos and I was just like, I can't watch this. It's just mind-numbingly boring. But that's my opinion, and I know I'm not the only person who thinks that. There's a lot of people who think that she is not funny, but I don't think she's got the memo. That sounds horrible, but never mind. And number 4, we'll only spend time with you if you're famous. Now, the source of this comes from somebody who's not exactly my favourite person, which is Jessie Smiles.
Shit. So I went up to Lele. I'll never forget. It was her 18th birthday. I went up to her and I was like, oh, happy birthday. Do you want to come to Cheesecake Factory with us? And I shit you not, this bitch. She looks at me and she's like, well, you're the famous one, so you decide. What does that even mean? Like, she's so weird. I mean, I know she's got a weird sense of humor, okay, because I don't really get her style of comedy. No shade, it's just not for me. So maybe she thought that was a joke, but she didn't laugh. She just kind of like looked at me after and I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I want to go away now. But anyway, I just chuckled and was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna... And then I left. We went to Cheesecake Factory. She ended up coming. And my brother Joey went up to her because he hadn't met her yet. He goes up to her face to face, like, you know, like how humans meet. And he said something along the lines of like, oh, I don't think we've met yet. I'm Joey. No shit. She looks at him with a blank stare and then just stares off and walks away. He didn't take offense to this, but it was really awkward and weird. And I don't know if she just doesn't know how to human with other humans that aren't famous on the internet.
Now, Jessie Smiles was spending time with Lele, because Jessie, I think, is she's Hispanic, if I remember rightly. And she was spending time with her, and she said to Lele, where do you want to go to eat? And Lele said, you're the famous one, you choose. And Jessie thought, okay, so then they went out to eat, and while they were there, Jessie's brother was there, and Jessie's brother went over to talk to her, and she just looked at him, he completely blank stare on her face, turned around and walked away. What? Really, bitch? It's like, really, you have to be so fame and money hungry that unless you're famous, I'm not going to spend time with you, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm not going to even entertain you. It's like, are you really that selfish and self-centered that you think that you should be hanging around with other famous people? And then she wonders why a lot of other famous YouTubers that she's met don't want to spend time with them. It's like, because we have a reputation of doing shit like that. Now, I'd never do that, ever. In my entire life would I do anything like that. It's like, there are several claims to fame in my family, but I don't go on about them. Namely because the celebrities involved are like celebrities from like the 60s, 70s. And she has a reputation of doing this, she has a reputation of doing other stuff. And like I said, I'll pop in the evidence that I can find. I need to go through the internet and find the clips and record the clips and things like that. So I will do that later on while I'm editing. So, but yeah, that's my Hate Lele Pons. Like I said, a lot of the things that I've said have been covered in other videos. But to me, I would rather somebody actually verbally tell me the issues rather than just put it on a screen. Now, I know a lot of people aren't willing to put the face and the voice out there, which is fine. But still, I prefer it that way. Right, with that being said, stay safe, have fun, be good, and I will see you very soon.